Hello everyone, I'm Aish from Simple Hints, and in today's video we're gonna be talking about the mirror, which is a sort of a concept that I'm trying to correlate with how we can better understand our anxiety. So anxiety is something that we all really feel. Anxiousness is basically the fear or the nervousness that we feel thinking about something that could potentially happen in the future, or something that could reoccur even in the present that happened in the past, which wasn't such of a good feeling. And anxiousness, the feeling of anxiousness is actually a survival mechanism that places in us when we are in flight or fight mode. So if usually on a normal healthy level, if you feel anxiety, usually if you see a lion in front of you, and you know that it is going to come and come at you, it's quite natural to feel anxiety and have that flight or fight response. But if you are feeling anxiety in a normal regular day, just at a random time, that's usually not so common, and also it could relate to it being not so much of a healthy thing as well. So I wanted to explain this concept, which is the mirror, which is a correlation of how you think is also how you think is how your life is. So the mirror is a very interesting concept. What you do, how you think is not only applicable, and the consequences aren't instant. It also happens. The consequences also happen back to you in the external environment as well. So I will give you I have three examples, and I will jump right in. So the first one is the cleanliness of your room. So if your room is super unclean, if the room is super untidy, that's a high chance that the cleanliness of your room also correlates to the cleanliness of your mind, your thinking. If your room is super unclean, maybe it is a very good time to check how clean your mind is. If you are overthinking, if your thinking is foggy, and if you are doing things all over the place, and if your thinking is not very clear, and if your room is not clean as well, there is the problem isn't really that the room is not clean. The problem might as well be that your thinking isn't very clean. You might not be sleeping properly. You might not be eating proper food. You might not be doing enough exercise. These things bottle up and fill you up to the point where your thinking could be very severe, and to the point where you might even be delusional at sometimes. Like, you might even say some crazy stuff, and people might think that you are a crazy person. Maybe you're not a crazy person. Maybe you're just your thinking might not be as good. So the cleanliness of your room might not be the actual reason. The actual reason might be that your thinking is not that clean. Now, how do you actually clear your thinking? There are a few steps. One is to actually reduce the number of things that you do in your day-to-day. If you're doing too much shit, especially in your phone, if you're scrolling your phone for hours, and if you are going through multiple apps, that's a lot of cognitive energy that is being spent on that little rectangle thing. And the other thing is, you could actually meditate for like about 10 to 15 minutes a day. I do 10 minutes and if it's a busy day, I try to scram in at least 5. Meditation actually helps you become grounded in the present moment, so you're not actually thinking anything. You're just in the present. You're only reacting to the things that are happening in the present. You're not reacting to the future. You're not reliving the past. You're just in the present, which also helps in the thinking. And the other thing is exercise. Exercise helps you keep your nervous system in balance. So when your nervous system is in balance, you actually feel good, and you overall feel good. Your nervous system is going to be in balance. So exercising actually helps mentally as well, but it is also helpful in keeping your body physically fit as well, because your body is an organic machine. You need to take care of it as much as anything else in your life. So exercising can also help you in thinking as well. I try to cram in about 6 days of exercise. Usually I do 3 days of gym and 3 days of football with my friends. So that's like 3 days of cardio, 6 days of exercise, one day rest. That usually works pretty well for me. So yeah, meditate and exercise and just do less stuff. And I know that because that's what I do. My thinking is very, very clear, much more clear than 2 to 3 years ago when I was not doing this stuff the way I am doing now. So, and also clean your room. Clean your thinking, and also clean your room. Keep your room tidy, because if it's not, it's an utter reflection of yourself and your thinking. And the second one is how you look at finances. So if you do not know where your money goes, and if you do not know what you spend on the most, and if you do not look at how the money comes and how the money goes, it's not the money is not the issue. It's an issue within yourself again, because that means you are not responsible enough to know how your finances are. That means you are how your finances, how you manage your finances is another reflection of yourself. That means if you are managing your finances bad, that also means that you're gonna manage a lot of other things bad as well. Managing finances is just a very simple example, but it's to make you realize that if you're managing your finances badly, you might be managing other things in your life badly, like maintaining your health, like maintaining relationships, and maintaining clear pictures, and maintaining your goals, your projects. You might be managing them very badly, but it's also another reflection of how you manage your finances as well. So and also you might feel like there was money yesterday. How the fuck, what happened to the money today? Like I just got this money yesterday. Now it's like everything is so expensive. No, it's not. Everything is not expensive. The problem is you. You are not looking at your finances. You are not. You are not being conscious of what you spend on. You're not being conscious of where your money goes. So I actually am currently experimenting with a sheet that I am using to track my own finances, which in this month it is quite eye-opening. I will share it if you guys are interested. If you are interested, make sure to comment down below so that I can make a separate video on the sheet, and so that I can share it with you for free. So let me know down below. But try to look out for your finances. Try to look out for what you are spending every day, because usually it's not the big purchases that really eats you up. It's usually the small ones, but in a broader perspective, how you manage your finances is an utter reflection of how you manage other things, your relationships, your body, and your projects. So try to be more conscious of your finances, and also realize that you might be failing to manage your other things in life as well. So these two things, they correlate. So you need to really focus and actually become more responsible in solving these things, because otherwise in both sides it's gonna be very visible. It's gonna be very visible. I've seen this example in multiple people in my life. Like at this point, it's a non-verbal thing. Like they don't even have to say that their life is in shambles. They can just say, oh, I don't have money, like everything is so expensive, and everything is just it's awful. Like I just got my money yesterday and now there's no money at all. Like everything, like they don't even have to say that their life is in shambles. Just a few sentences like this, and I would know that they are not only managing their finances badly, they are also managing other things in their life poorly, and I can see that. It's almost like a superpower when you understand the concept of the mirror. Like at some points they don't even have to say anything at you. You can notice something that you would know, yeah, they're doing this really badly. That must mean that they are quite bad at other aspects of life as well. They're quite struggling as well. So look at your finances. And the third one, this is a big one. So how you judge other people. So I used to think that if I am not saying something directly at a person, for example, if I am like seeing someone, and in my head I'm not saying it to the person. In my head I'm like, oh, this guy is a bitch, or yeah, I don't like this guy, or he's so fat, he needs to go to the gym. like these things would come up in my head at times when I see some people, but I am not really saying them, right? But that's also, in a way, you're still judging the person, even if it is not direct or verbal. And how you judge other people is also another reflection of yourself. That means you might be overthinking of how people see you, how people look at you, how people judge you, and you might feel anxious of what other people think of you. And this might correlate to another example, where if you are posting on Instagram like a picture of yourself, you might be more anxious. Like what what will people think of me? Or people will think I am being a show off, or I'm being this, I'm being that. Like you would know better, like what people would think if you post something. It is quite normal. It even happens to me when I am posting something. When I first posted on YouTube, I was quite anxious. Like I would think, oh, what if my friends find out, and what if they make fun of me? But then really that's another reflection of myself. I might be making fun of a lot of my friends as well. So I immediately knew it's not the posting or the video that is the problem. It's me unconsciously or consciously, non-verbally or verbally, judging other people. That is actually the problem. So I just need to stop judging other people, so that other people won't judge me. And it's a thing. That's the mirror. How you behave is another reflection of yourself. So if you are judging other people, it's just going to be another reflection of you. So you need to stop judging other people. You need to, even in your thoughts, you need to You need to be consciously giving, like, you might it might be a high time to even start talking to the person that you really hate, because that is going to help you to really eliminate that pattern of judging other people. Instead of judging other people, if you talk to the people even you hate, even if you dislike, that means actually you are not that judgmental. And so you need to break these patterns by doing things that you usually wouldn't do. And one thing you should actually start doing is not judge other people. Stop judging other people, even in your thoughts. Even if you see someone fat, like, how do you know if the guy is not trying? How do you know if the guy is actually having a disorder that could be mean that he is the way he is because of some sickness? You don't know. But your judgmental self, the way you are judging other people, that is actually just it's just you. And it's going to come back at you if you are doing something productive or creative or something other than even that. If you're doing anything other than, if you're doing just anything in life, and if you are judgmental to other people, that is going to come back at you. You are going to feel anxious of thinking that other people are going to say things at you. So stop judging other people. And I am sure that's a big one. It even hit home for me. I am quite judgmental as well, and it was a very nice reminder that I shouldn't judge people. So those are 3 things that you can actually look at in your life, which has an utter reflection of yourself in other aspects of life. The cleanliness of your room is another reflection of the cleanliness of your mind. How you look at your finances is another reflection of how you look at other things in your life, like your projects, like your relationships, and etc. And how you judge other people, and the recurring thoughts, that's another reflection of yourself, that you are scared that other people might judge you when you do something. So these 3 things are quite simple, but they are quite crucial, because the mirror doesn't look at anyone. What you do is what you are is an utter reflection of yourself. The books that you read is an utter reflection of yourself. The music taste is an utter reflection of yourself. The specific activities that you're naturally drawn to is an utter reflection of yourself. And this is a very interesting thing. Like, if you look at, for example, business people, and the businesses they're involved in, usually is another reflection of themselves. And if you really look into them, their past and their childhood, usually they're naturally drawn already at an early stage to the things that they are currently building. For example, Steve Jobs, he was on his way with Dad, and he saw, I think it was a hardware store, and he really was intrigued by the design of the things in that store. And ever since then, he had a love for designing things. And that's sort of what Apple was built on, by making beautifully designed products. And what else? And even I could say Facebook. Even before Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg made FaceMash, and FaceMash was this site where you can smash or pass. When he actually hacked into the school's database to get all those pictures of the students in his college, I think it was Harvard, I might be wrong. And then he actually he was almost kicked out of school for that. And if you look at Facebook has a lot of privacy issues, and they have gone through multiple lawsuits because of privacy issues. It's just the mirror. What you do is an utter reflection of yourself, and there's going to be consequences all over. So you need to really focus on these things, and hopefully you will. I hope you got some value out of these 3 things that I just taught you, and hopefully you are working on them just as much as I am, because it's a process. It's not a one-day thing. You're not gonna be perfect at something at one day, but even just realizing these things, you're gonna think differently. And I hope that that I did make you help think differently. And if you like this video, make sure to hit a thumbs up and comment down below what you think. And if you have any recommendations of future videos, make sure to comment them down below as well. I would love to see what your feedback is and how the videos that I am doing are, because I'm very new to making videos on YouTube, and this is sort of like still experimenting. And on top of all, if you really loved this video and the other videos, I really think that you would love the product that I made, which is a 27-page e-guide focused on helping people become more aware of their destructive habits, their decision-making patterns, and their destructive thoughts, and helping them build a purposeful life so that they have meaning in their life. And it's a very short guide, about 30 minutes. And if you're interested, there's a link down below and you can purchase it. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.